what about making your sound better?
Alright guys, how we doing on this Sunday? I am still trying to find chats for some reason when that plays. I'm trying to find chats.
Alright guys, how we doing?
Alright, so let's mute that. Alright, I see YouTube's chat. Let me try to find. We got Facebook working this week, so let me try to find. I always have difficulties. Everyone, I mention it every stream. I'm not going to mention it again, but I always had difficulties. So if you guys are on Facebook, I want you to hear this right now because I don't want you to feel like I'm discriminating against you. I really don't want that to be the thing. But when it comes to comments, I'm not able to see them very much because the chat just for Facebook stream does not load. So, so basically, if you want to be able to be active in chat, the best suggestion is to come over to YouTube and chat with me. Because on Facebook, the chat refreshes way too much and I can't see messages, which is why we have decided to stop doing sending your links in chat for me to get, because it just doesn't work. Like, it works on YouTube just fine. Only problem with YouTube is it refreshes too much, so I can't keep up with them. On Facebook, they just don't load. So we have a Discord, which is usually in the description. So basically, click that link, go join our Discord community. We have a feedback live stream channel that is only unlocked on Sundays. That's why, guys, if you guys saw on Discord, it was locked. It's because I don't allow it to be unlocked unless it's on a Sunday, just to keep it clean. So that's that. Couple things. Let us show you what we're doing today. So the pack you just listened to is our new pack, What About Dubstep Fury? And if anything lags in the stream, that's my router's having a heart attack with all this stuff. So, Dubstep Fury just came out a couple days ago. We only have 5 days until this bonus pack goes away. So you basically get Dubstep Fury with a bonus pack added. So you won't know what that is unless you look right here. Dubstep game comes worth 15. I'm assuming that says pounds. I think it is pounds. And it's free. Offer ends in 5 days. So today, you guys there's only be one giveaway. So it's a free giveaway today, and it's going to be this pack, which means that one lucky person at the end of the stream, which we can now do on Facebook again. So guys, make sure you go to Facebook and share the stream for a chance to be able to win this Dubstep Fury pack free in the stream. And everybody else who does not follow us on Snapchat, there's 7 days left on this Snapchat exclusive pack. Number 1, there's probably going to be future ones. There is going to be future ones since this is number 1. So the only way to get it is to follow us on Snapchat. Send me a message. It doesn't, and it doesn't have to be about the pack at all. It doesn't have to say, give me the link. You don't have to be aggressive. If you just follow me and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? I'll send you the link for it. We're getting like 36 some odd followers a day on that now, so it's getting full. So make sure you guys head over there. 7 days left until this ends, and you'll get that. So let me head over to Discord. Everybody, how are we doing today? Post in the chat how your day's been today. If you guys are on the other side of the world and, you know, it's already night and you get ready to go to bed after the stream ends, or it's just now morning for you, or it's afternoon like it is for me, let me know. I'll start off with the first track today. I don't know if any of the mods are going to be deleting stuff. If you are, let me know first so I don't freak out like I did last time. And here we go.
Symbol, every little sign tells me something different every single time. I can tell it's secret, not for me to know. Give me what I need and I will let it go. Every little symbol, every little sign tells me something different every single time. I can tell it's secret, not for me to know. Give me what I need and I will let it go. I will let it go. I will let it go.
Motherfucker.
Every little symbol, every little sign tells me something different every single time. I can tell it's secret, not for me to know. Give me what I need and I will get.
All right. I really like that. This little. I don't know how you would categorize that. I'm assuming it's a bass. But I'm assuming it's a bass. I'm assuming it's made in a plugin as a bass, or if it's a sound effect. Either way, it sounds nice. The new thing I'm doing, guys, by the way, you saw me leave. No, it's not dubstep only. It's any genre you want to give me. Just make sure it's not a copyrighted song, because Facebook will shut down if that's the case. So what I'm gonna start doing, guys, is leaving comments on your tracks during the stream, so you know if you weren't here that your track got reviewed. I don't know if it really makes any sense to do, but I'm going to do it. So let me just try to go over some things real quick. Yeah, make sure you add some hi-hat elements, because it seems like there isn't any. Since it's trap, some speedy hi-hats with a cool rhythm would be dope to add. Especially accenting that bass would be really cool. That bass, though, sounds a bit dry. It's cool sometimes if basses are dry, but in a song that has a lot of wet elements around the background, it makes sense to make everything wet, because if you have something that's dry, I understand it's the focal point of this drop or chorus or whatever. But you still want it to somewhat mesh with it, because it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So put some if it has reverb, I'm assuming it has reverb on it already. Most, if not all, basses that people make in any plugin usually have reverb on them, but amp it up just a tad, and do some EQing on the low end of it, because it sounds like it's warping. And the high ends smack a little bit at the highest, so just try to amp down some EQing on that. Your drums. I'm not a huge fan of that snare clap, but I mean it works for the track. I'm kind of, when it comes, I don't want to say old fashioned, because it's really not, but it's just the traditional trap snare. If I ever make any trap, which I never do, but if I ever do, I usually use one of those. I don't usually use a snare clap, just because I don't like the way they sound. I mean, it's not that bad. Kick is mixed very well. Sidechain's very good. Just the small little EQ things and some effects added to the element of the bass that leads. The rhythm of it, the sound of it's really cool. Sound design of it's really cool. But other than that, that's all I have for you, man. Thank you for submitting the track. Head over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Dubstep Fury at the end of the stream. Pick one lucky winner. Can I say Suka? No, I can't. I don't know if they were talking to me or not. As long as it's music, yes. I mean, you can even bring in some heavy metal. I don't care. Whatever you got. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, thank you. All right. So if you guys are new here, if you guys are not on our Discord, kind of what happens if you guys post your music in the feedback livestream channel. I kind of go from top to bottom, just because people were there and they were waiting and they were there to see the stream. And you know, if you join the stream late, not your fault at all by any means. Just know that we do these every Sunday. So if you head over to our Discord and you follow that and you follow the community, you can our mods. I always post about 30 minutes before the stream starts. Hey, it starts in 3 minutes. If you follow us on Snapchat, I do the same thing. It starts in 30 minutes. So just make sure to do that. That way you guys can come and put your tracks in as quick as possible. So here, let's go with Future Bass track by Techlix. I'm assuming. Alright, man. I'm going to turn this down before I forget, because I know the next track might be louder. Since it's not mastered, I won't heart you on that as much. That's what I was gonna point out until I actually looked at your description and it said unmastered. So I'm not gonna pound you on that too much. The reason why it was quiet was because it's unmastered, so not all the frequencies were bumped up. Honestly, the track isn't terrible at all without it being mastered. Mix down, of course, is a little muddy. It's unreleased, so I'm not going to harsh you on that as much. So just do some mix down when it comes to... When I say mix down, I mean changing some volumes, adding some EQs on things that need to be EQ'd, adding some more low end, fixing the low end if it warps at all. Just some minuscule stuff, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just you can research it anywhere, and it'll tell you the fundamentals of mastering and mixing down a track. But the chords, the sound design was really good. The melody was really good. Chord progression sounded cool. It's just overpowering the... I wouldn't say overpowering the lead because it's technically supposed to. And a feature-based track, and it kind of hits, and then that gap is where the lead kind of plays. But other than that, like, I really like that. Maybe some more wet effects on that. When I say wet effects, I mean effects that make it not sound like it just hits and then it stops, hits and then it stops. So like if you're playing a MIDI and you have a chord that plays and you press it and there's no tail, it's not wet. That's a dry. So maybe add some reverb, some delay on it. And there's a trick I like doing that I learned actually from a YouTube video from a guy, Panda Eyes. I'm almost can guarantee a lot of people know who that is. But I watch a lot of his production stuff because I like the way his stuff sounds. So a lot of stuff he does with his chords is he has a chord that plays. It's a major super sol, so it hits hard, and then the heavy reverb on it when it plays, reverb dips out, then raises back up for the next MIDI hits. I think it's a cool way to drag some elements along and to keep a weird percussive rhythm going. Maybe try that since you have gaps in between and you can actually see them. And even though you have gaps, if that's the way you want it to sound, by all means, cool. But if you don't, a good way is to have that dip out and then have it rise up in between these little gaps here. If you can see where my mouse is pointing, these little gaps, you can tell the chord cuts off. You can tell that's most of your frequencies, so just try to fill that in a little bit if you want to. You don't have to. This is just a suggestion. Since you're not done with it and it's not fully released yet, maybe that tip would help. The lead, I would make it more plucky. I would make it the lead more plucky rather than filling out the entire MIDI spectrum. So if you have a note that's this long and it's not a pluck, it'll basically play that entire note. Maybe if you have a pluck, it'll just play the beginning of that note. It'll pluck better. It'll sound cooler. Sound more like an ARP than an actual lead. So try that. So try just the LFO, just try pointing a little bit more rather than having a drag out. I think that would be kind of cool. But your snare is a little low, but again, mastering and mixing, so I'm not going to harsh you on it. And your side chaining is pretty well done. So, man, thank you for sending in the track. Head over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Dubstep Fury for free, plus a bonus pack at the end of the stream. Bonus pack does come inside the Dubstep Fury. And this week, Roman's going to be giving away the pack, not me. Last week, I gave away the pack through Discord because Facebook wasn't working. But this week will be Roman, so with that. So next track is Futrick, who has known to give me some weird videos. And all in all, weird tracks. So here we go. All right, man. There's that whole thing right there that plays just in a second. I really like that. This whole the build up is great. I think octave wise that bass is too loud. So probably crank that down just like basically go and drop it down 1 octave. And those two sounds, the bass that's underneath that, since it is a bass, needs to be lower one, because it's supposed to drag the low frequency out. Then that mid to high bass that plays, or pluck or whatever that is that plays over it, it seems like its portamento is too long, and its reach from getting to its note before to its top note is making a note in between that if there is a third note, because portamento works like depending on how hard you have it. Works on if you have a lower note to a higher note, and it basically glides itself up. If you use FL Studio, then there's a glide feature that does it. But if you use Serum, it does it automatically. So say in Serum, if you have it on like 108 milliseconds, basically what it does is it takes 108 milliseconds to get from this note to this note. That's fast still, but you can definitely tell. So if there's a middle note, it's gonna make that note out of tune. So try to fix the portamento, maybe eliminate it, whatever. Either way, just try to either cut it down from what it is now to a little bit lower. And change that octave on that bass. And that kick isn't even there, basically. So what I would do is... what happened? Okay. That kick needs to be a little more prominent, so definitely sidechain and bump some frequencies up on the kick. Because right now, I know it's there because I can feel the low frequency, but I can't hear it. So, and it's not punching me in the chest like a kick should, as I say every week. Yeah, so make sure that kick, make sure it's sidechain enough where the kick can come through. That way, you know, it drives its rhythm, because the only thing that's driving its rhythm is the synths, which sometimes go off a little bit of the rhythm. So just try to fix that a little bit. Other than that, it's been out for 1 day, that's privated, so I would just go back and fix some mastering and some mixing a little bit. Change the octave on that bass, fix that pluck that goes over top the bass, that way it's not too much out of tune, and then, yeah, sidechain so we can hear that kick a little bit more. Maybe add some hi-hat elements as well. And I heard someone say, faster please. I go at my own pace because I give people as much feedback as possible. Just so they... Futric, disregard that. I meant to do a heart, so I'll put another one. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I try to get as much feedback as possible, so I go at my own pace. If you don't get your song review today, this stream happens every single week, so you can always come back. Always come back, or you can always send it in the share your music tab on our Facebook or on our Discord. All right. This track is all so. Only thing I have to give you is the kick. Seems like it's a little too muted, so maybe either change the kick sample altogether, or just do some post effects or post mastering on it. Based on the loudness of the track and the mastering and how everything is put together, I'm assuming you know what you're doing. So whenever I say do some a little bit more, a little bit more post mastering on or post mixing on that kick, you probably know what I'm talking about, or change the sample out. Either way, it sounds like it's just clipping the first tip of it, and then it kind of mutes itself out. So whether it be the sidechain being too short, or it be the tail of the kick isn't necessarily there, try to cut this either or. So maybe extend the tail of the kick to where you hear the full frequency of the kick, or extend the sidechain where either way it's still gonna do the same thing. So the bass in this also is the second half of it's my favorite part, but it sounds. Not my favorite part of this whole thing. Overall mix sound is great. I feel like there's hi-hats missing, or no, I hear them. The sound design, the mastering overall sounds really great. The mix sounds good. Mastering may be a little bit too loud when it comes to the overall mix sound. So maybe either crank that down just a little bit, or the low end sounds great, so low end masters that bass well. The vocals, the vox, like the vocal effects, could probably be a little lower. Just as an effect, usually effects run a little bit lower. So what I would do is just try to mix those down a little bit, just so they don't play too loud over the entire mix. They don't want to funnel on any elements. So just try to play that down a little bit. Your introduction, I feel like your introduction was a tad too long. So maybe cut that down a smidgen, whether it be just beginner tail part. I understand it brings suspense and it brings up the whole overall vibe of the track, but one thing I do appreciate is that you did frequency cutting, which is basically where you have one section that doesn't have the frequencies as the next section, so they sound totally different, so it brings the vibe in. Appreciate that, but maybe just trim out, meaning the length of it, just trim the length of it down a little bit. Excuse me, and then it'll cut the 4 minutes off this. So 4 minutes isn't long for a track, believe it or not. But just try to trim the beginning of this part up a little bit. Other than that, the drop sounded great. The kick, as I said before, just a little bit more side chaining or mastering or mixing to the kick. The bass sound design was good. Everything else sounded good. The sound design overall was really great, and the overall mix down was great. Just crank it down just a little bit and get yourself a well-made track, my friend. Head over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Dubstep Fury, plus the bonus pack that comes inside at the end of the stream. Right now we have a Clip It, which usually ruins my ears, so let me just double check. Sick. Yeah, I don't speak English. That's I can't translate it, so it's the only way that I can basically give it to you. I apologize for that, man. But Jixon, I'm assuming your name is. I'm not a huge fan of rhythm, only because it's very, 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 very repetitive and very minuscule. But yours seems a little bit different. So there's its sound design on the bass was really good, but there are elements in the background that kind of play too loud. I feel like there's too. So that little saw in the background needs to be turned down. So any background elements that follow need to be very, very, very mute. If you have it too loud, it takes away from the focal point, which is the drums that hit in a particular fashion, which are usually just every fourth. So then, or every eighth. Then you have some random drum or bass that plays on random LFOs. When you have elements that kind of bounce in between the same, whether it be decibels or EQ the exact same, or presets are the exact same, volume, it kind of counteract one another. So you hear one over the other. And the only thing that I'm hearing the bass, but I'm also hearing the lead, and I shouldn't be hearing the lead. So just turn the lead down a little bit. If any background element that you have that isn't necessarily the bass, crank it down a little bit. Just off of experience of listening to rhythm, I don't ever really listen to it unless it's on accident. I don't make it, so I really can't give you the harshness of it that I really want to. But just turn the background elements down a little bit. Oh, hello. Just so it's not, too prominent. It makes it kind of distracting to hear the actual bass pattern, because the bass sound design is really good, so I really want to be able to hear that. But just turn down the background elements, and I'm not going to harsh you too much on it because you're not done with it. It's work in progress. Just when you go back to finish it, any background elements that are at the same volume as the bass, turn them down. That's basically the only tip that I have. Everything else sounded fine. Sound chain was fine. Drums are mixed grade. So just thank you for submitting the track, man, or the work in progress. Head over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Dubstep Fury. Let me move on to the next one. Blazikins. Another clip it. So no problem that I have with this at all. Let me play. Blazikins, yeah, he is. I've seen him a couple times. So the only thing that I have is this sounds, and this isn't supposed to be a bad thing, because I mean it happens all the time, and you can't really get away from it. Is the genericness of this? It sounds honestly like a Cashmere track, which congrats, because that's not the easiest thing to make. But the genericness of this is what's killing me at all. But the overall mix, which is what I'm judging you on, is not, since I'm assuming not a finished track, so I'm not going to harsh you too much on mastering and mix down. But just over general making it, intro and build up not syncing. What do you mean? As in, that would just be basically, you'd have to just figure out exactly where the intro is going to end and where the build up's going to begin, and try to, honestly, whatever program you're using should have bars that automatically snap to. And help you figure that out. But how to join the giveaway? When you submit a track, well, what you have to do is go to Facebook and share our stream on Facebook. because I'm streaming on both YouTube and Facebook. I'm primarily looking at chat on YouTube because Facebook's chat doesn't load for me, so I can't see it. So if you guys are talking to me on Facebook, I can't see it. But the reason why we have the Facebook stream up is primarily for the giveaway. So head over to the Facebook stream and share it for a chance to be entered, meaning your name will pop up for me and it'll pick a name for the Dubstep Fury thing. So how's the mix sound? Mix sound, so I'm assuming since it's not fully done, if it is, then it needs to be a little bit amped up a little bit when it comes to volumes. Mix sound overall though, isn't bad at all. The beginning seems a little muddy, maybe. The intro is a little bit more muddy and unclear as compared to the drop. So whatever you did here needs to happen over here, because this is a tad bit more muddy than this over here. I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's I don't know, because it feels like it on this half of this build up here on the left half, so the introduction, the mix on is the mastering is muddier than this over here, and I don't know how that is, if it's all on the same track, unless it was made in two different softwares or at two different times, or it's been taking you a long time to make and you've learned. Just try to fix the muddiness over here and make it as clear as this over here, because this is great, especially if it doesn't seem like it's mastered all the way. The mix on overall is great, but over here is a little bit muddier, so just try to fix that. Side chaining, everything like that, drums, sound design's all good. All the elements are there. All the elements sync well. All the elements match up when it comes to volumes very well. It's just this side's a little muddy. Other than that, man, thank you for submitting the track. Head over to Facebook, like I said before. Share the stream for a chance to win. I already have something selected. Head over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Dubstep Fury. Why? Why? I copied this. Give me it. Where's the redhead? The redhead is working. He left these up to me because he is working. That's where he is. You can say hi. He reads the chat, so you can say hi to Roman if you want. Alright, Blazekins, thank you, man. Yes, lad, it's 1 hour today. Yeah, that we did. He fixed some stuff. I don't know if you changed up the rhythm of those chords in the background, but the rhythm seems better. The sound design of the chord was what I meant last time. The sound design of the chord is what's weird. It doesn't seem like it fits. The 808 seems like it's a lot better, so great job on that. And that kick is also a lot better. Snare's very good. Now you gotta go find an acapella, I'm telling you, and put it over this. Telling you, go find an acapella, put it over this. That chord, the chord sound design a little bit in the background just doesn't seem like it fits, and it's also still too loud. So it needs to be an accent. So whether it be an actual saw or something else, I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't match. It may just be my personal opinion. It just seems like I don't know. It just seems like it doesn't fit. But everything else sounds great from what you did last time. I think I gave you the kick to fix, the 808 to fix, and then that chord, whether it be the rhythm of the chord because it was too loud and too fluctuant. You changed the rhythm, so glad you did that. Just change the sound a little bit more. You should be good. Add a vocal to it, seriously, because that'll be really cool. Whether it's an acapella you find on like Looperman or something like that, which aren't ever the best, ever the best. There are ways to find like free vocal, like rap vocal acapellas you can put over that. I think that would be really cool if you did that and then send that in again. But yeah, thank you for fixing whatever I told you to fix. Try to fix that sound a little bit more. And head over to Facebook again and share the stream for a chance to win. I know you've won one before. For a chance to win the Dubstep Fury pack today in the stream, plus a bonus pack. I've been messing around with that pack a lot, actually, since I've gotten access to it. So I can honestly tell you, the templates in there, if you guys use Ableton, which I know a lot of you guys don't, a lot of the audience of WA, because we use FL a lot. But I use Ableton primarily. I use FL sometimes. The templates for, if you have the full version of Ableton, the templates are awesome. They're so in depth, and they're really good at telling you how to, not necessarily, it doesn't have to necessarily be dubstep, but it's good for telling you how to master stuff. Like going in that master channel and not using Isotope Ozone like everyone does. And you can use basic plugins that are inside Ableton or and everything like that, and be able to master your track and it sound good. So I recommend grabbing this, and I recommend going and sharing for a chance to get it for free, because that's a steal. I'm gonna go turn the volume up on this. I'll talk about that in a minute, ATH, whenever I'm done with this. Vase, the only thing I have that I hear that I disagree with in the mix is that mid bass stutter. Hear that mid bass? It's basically your accent bass. I would turn that volume down on that just a smidgen. Maybe just turn the mids down on it a little bit, and then maybe just crank the sub up on it, crank the low end up on it, and it'll be a cool rhythm driver. Drums sound great like they were before. Sidechain's good. I don't know exactly what you added. If it's this introduction part, it's kind of really the volume on this. I don't know if it's done yet. I know you brought this in a long time ago, and I listened to it. Since I'm assuming it's not done yet, you can go back and fix it. The mastering on it overall is a little bit too quiet. The way that my audio setup works is that if it's all the way up, if this is all the way up, your track is too quiet, because I usually have it like right here, and it almost deafens me. So if I have to crank this thing all the way up to be able to hear the full element of the track, the master needs to be up a little bit more. If you go, oh, my wavetable is all the way up, that means nothing. Everyone knows that SoundCloud's wavetables aren't 100%. They aren't 100% the best way to figure out half the volume by mistake. That's half volume. That's fine. Okay, cool. So then just go back, turn the volume up. Then you're good. Never mind. Ignore what I said. But that's fine. That's whatever. Either way. So yeah, just turn that volume up, and then maybe turn that mid bass down when it comes to volume and it comes to mids. Turn that down a little bit. Just me queuing on that to cut the mids out. Turn the highs up, or the low end up a little bit more, and That'd be a really cool rhythm driver to have behind that stab. So other than that, man, hopefully we can hear it again. Hopefully we can hear it when it's fully finished. Remember to render it at full volume next time. And thank you for sending the track, man. Head over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win the pack of the day, which is Dubstep, pack of the week, I guess, which is Dubstep Fury. All right, ATH, you said, is there anything for FL? No, this one was primarily that. This is my fault, I'm assuming, because besides me and there's like one or two more guys on the team that just use Ableton. It's probably my fault because I said, hey, we need some Ableton templates. Even though I know we've done some in the past, we need the Ableton dubstep templates. I know we've done some. We've done some for FL with dubstep templates and stuff like that. We haven't done much with Ableton with templates. I don't know. I just felt like it'd be a good idea. So they did. I think there's 6 in there total. There's construction kits and templates, so you literally can go and click the template. It opens a full track, and then you can just use some elements in the construction kits. So you can make your own version of it if you want to, and then you can look at the templates and tell how it's actually mastered and how sounds are used. It's really awesome, honestly. I think for as much as we're selling it for and being able to get it for free, it's a freaking steal. So if you guys get it, plus you get a bonus pack. It's a lot of stuff. So. No, he's probably talking about him. Because his track's up. Only thing I have to give you is the lead it's too loud. Leads are meant to be loud; they're meant to overpower, which is fine. Lead is too loud, and you need to do some high end cutting on that because since you're going up high octave, which is perfectly fine. Since you're going high octave on your lead, you need to do some high cutting because if you don't, it hurts people. So you have to be careful with that. There's a line you have to draw with if you're gonna go high on a scale on the octaves. You have to cut out the parts that are gonna hurt. So when I mean hurt, I mean ear hurting. So it doesn't hurt mine because I have a filter on in my actual plugin that automatically in the plugin for Razer, it automatically can filter out things that are gonna be too loud. I don't know how they do it, but they do. So it's not doing anything to me, but I don't know about anybody else. The idea of the drop is cool. I like the way it sounds. The melody is a little bit all over the place. It's not repetitive by any means, which means it's unique. So it sounds like it was played. But the idea is cool. There's some notes that are out of key. There's some notes that are flat, but easy fix, just changing the MIDI. But the high end on the lead and the volume on the lead needs to be turned down a little bit. What plugin? What do you mean? What plugin? Oh, well, it's just Synapse for Razer. My headset's Synapse. Is it Synapse or Synapse? Synapse. It's just I have a Razer Kraken headset, and it automatically filters out anything that would be bad, like that'll harm me. It's just it's a liability thing they do. It sounds a tad bit out of key. I think it's just the detuning on the chords that you're hearing. I think that's primarily the thing that I'm hearing too. I mean, whether it be the lead has too much detune on it, or if it's the chords that have too much detune on it. Either way, it doesn't matter because you could just change that on the turn of a knob. But just fix the volume of the lead, the high end of the lead, to some cutting. Not too much cutting where it basically goes to a mid sound. Just are not in key with the notes with the bass. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Like some of them are out of tune. I know that there's some notes that are in tune, some that are out of tune. But if you know how detuning works, that sounds like a very, very detuned chord to me. So I feel like if he could just change whether it be the sound design of that chord or fix some notes in the melody, either way it'll fix it. That's all I'm trying to say. Like that right there is out of tune. That right there is out of tune. I feel like that's just portamento problems, which you can easily fix as well. So just change the volume and change the high end, just because it'll hurt some people, and it is just overall too loud. But other than that, man, the mix was great. The chords were awesome. The way it's built, the structure of it's really cool. The arrangement's really cool. So keep up the good work, man. Head over to Facebook for a chance to win Dubstep Fury today for free. We're gonna do about one more track, probably if we have time for it, which we do, but probably one more track. Just so we can get, we usually do it within 5 minutes of the stream, so I can talk. Detuning can, yes, that's what I was trying to get at for when Justin said something about it wasn't detuning. Yeah, if it's too much, it can make it really out of key, which is why if you use Serum, that detune knob, you can dramatically tell if you go from like 0.05 to like 1, it'll crack it way out of tune. And the only reason why you would use detuning is for accenting, which you wouldn't really hear it. So I'm gonna skip. I don't know how to say your name, Zirkaway. I'm gonna skip a little bit, just so I can get to Arca being the last one. Arca, no, I didn't skip it. If you send it at the same time as Yahoo, it comes in differently for me. So you're actually, on yours, you're in front of him. On mine, you're after him. So you're actually next. On mine, at least. I hear it now, dub speed, yeah. Wasn't paying attention to it. Zirkaway, which is actually a really cool name. I like that. Did the build up? Did he actually craft it, or did he actually? I didn't skip Arca on my guys. Again, I'm gonna say this for one more time. If you guys, when you guys send in tracks, like you spam in the tracks, if Zirkaway and Arca send it in at the exact same time, Discord will put it wherever it is. So it put Zirkaway in front of him, and on his it put him in front of Zirkaway. So you can't trust what yours says. Whatever mine says, whatever mine says. So whatever order I go in. The only thing I have is that I don't know if I like the way that I don't know if it's a chord or a bass or a pluck or whatever it is. I feel like there's too much filtering on that, and it needs to be a little less. If you had that like a saw that did that little melody right there, that would be really cool. I do like your ARP a lot, and your chords could be a little bit beefier. Effects are mixed really well. Drums are mixed pretty well. Hi-hats are a little too loud. Crank those down a little bit. I'm trying to see your transitions now. Yeah, hi-hats are a little too loud. Transitions are good as well, so just maybe change the filtering on that bass or saw, whatever that is, a chord, and then it'll be really cool. ARP is really cool. Chords can be a little beefier. Sidechaining is good. Drums are mixed good. Effects is mixed good. And that's it, man. Thank you. Head over to Facebook. Share the track for a chance to win. Dubstep Fury. At the end of the stream, which is going to be here in a few minutes. Actually, I'll do one more. Last one for the day, guys, just so I can... No problem, man. Arca, not bad at all, dude. Let me check your transition real quick. Maybe turn that fill up a little bit. And cut the tail off of that drum a tad because it kind of warps with the side chaining. Actually, maybe not. I actually kind of like it. I really dig the snare. Only thing that I would amp up is your lead is overpowering, which is what it's supposed to do. But your chords are a little too weak for this. So I feel like if you had some like major beefy chords, that would drive the feel of this song so much higher than it already is. So what I would do is crank the chords up a little, like not too much, just maybe add another layer or crank the layers up a little bit that you already had. And then that would be awesome. Since it's already released, I don't know if you are willing to go do that. It's not privated, so I'm assuming it's already released. But since I liked it so much, I like the way that it felt, I'm going to give it a like because I liked it. Just go change those chords a little bit, beef them up a little bit. That would be really, really, really cool. The feel, the melody of the lead was also really good. The sound design of the lead was really cool. And everything else was mixed very well, man. Transitions were good, everything. Thank you for submitting the track. Head over to Facebook and share the stream for a chance to win Dubstep Fury. So what we do, guys, if you guys are new, is I basically go to the share section and it picks a random person. But right now it's not wanting to let me find it. So I apologize if there's any lag right here because I'm refreshing. And basically what happens is it picks a random person, that person wins and gets the pack for the day. So I only got 13 shares, guys. I'm going to give you guys like a minute until this hits 2 o'clock up here. I'm assuming you guys can see this. I don't know if you can or not. Up here it says 1:59 p.m. When that reaches 2 o'clock, I'm going to stop it. So go over there and share the stream really, really fast. Everybody go. Hurry. Hurry, go. And I'll refresh it again. And I'll give you a couple more seconds. I'm going to refresh it one more time so you see who listened to me. If you didn't, then pity. And you didn't. Awesome. All right, well, I'm going to go and pick the person now. So you guys are going to get, whoever wins, here's how it's going to work. So you guys are going to get a message probably on Facebook, I'm assuming, because I send your Facebook details to Roman, and he will send you the pack in a few hours. Now, he is on a different time zone. It's 2 o'clock my time. It's 8 o'clock his time, p.m. He is doing a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff coming out, so there's a lot of work he's doing. Last time, there's been a couple times where we do a giveaway of this pack, and people try to keep sending us message over and over again saying, Where's my pack? I need my pack now. I want my pack now, whatever. Where's the link? You'll get the link whenever you get the link. If it's 24 hours, 48 hours from now, you'll get it in a couple of hours, several hours. I'm going to say several. That way we have a broad spectrum. It probably won't be in several hours. It'll probably be within a few. So whoever wins this, don't be sending a bunch of messages saying, I want my pack. Or don't be sending a message saying, it's been a day, or it's whatever. Just, get it whenever you get it. We don't do fake giveaways. There's no reason for us to. We have a lot of copies of this, so you guys you'll get your pack. Just chillax for me. Chillax for me. So you'll get it in a few hours. It's picking a person right now. Whenever I say the name, I need you to, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, either way, it'll pick somebody. All right. So it's picking. While it's doing this, can I share yet? Yeah, you can go to Facebook and share anytime you want, man. It's just gonna go through and pick a random person. We have a plugin that does it. So everybody, how is everyone's day today? How the music project's coming? What's your guys' favorite genre to produce? Even if you're like, what's a genre you wish you could produce, but you're not very good at it? Mine, I love producing dubstep. And no, I'm not doing one more track. I've already done all the tracks for the day. And even still, it wouldn't have been, if you came later in the stream, it wouldn't have been yours. It'd have been yours just at the bottom, so it wouldn't have been yours. We would have had one more person. Like a lot of people before you. So what's a genre you wish you could produce, but you're not very good at it, so you don't? Let's see if it's done yet. It's not done yet. It's almost done. I like producing that. I wish I would go back to UK Garage. I like producing dubstep too. I'm just very bad at arrangement. I can sound design all day long for dubstep. My arrangement is what kills me. And how do you win the pack? You have to go to Facebook and share the live stream that we have on there, which is the same live stream you're watching, just on Facebook. Going and sharing that. Easiest way for us to keep track so we can put it all into the thingy that picks it. Alright, it's done now. So if you guys didn't share the stream whenever I told you to, then that's my bad. Alright, so I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to try to. If I butcher it, I'm sorry. Athrav Patil? Athrav Patil. I don't know how to say. I don't know if that's correct at all. Athrav Patil. Patil. ATHARAV space PATIL is the person it picked. No, that's okay. ATH. Yeah. I'm going to call you Ath. It's Ath. I thought it was nah, man. Since you're a mod, we'll talk about that later on. But ATH, you'll get. I'm sending your credentials for Facebook over to Roman as we speak, and he will send you the pack within the next couple of hours. That's a broad spectrum. I don't really care whose birthday it is, please. So I'm sending your credentials over to Roman. He'll send you the pack within a couple of hours. Thank you for sharing the stream. Thank you for thank you for sending sharing the stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you for spitting the track. Congratulations on the win. You get basically everything here. So I'll go down and show you what you're getting. 6 Ableton templates, 40 bonus drum samples, 61 CRM presets, 4.8 gigabytes in total of stuff. 100% royalty free. Bonus pack includes 50 drum samples, 30 CRM presets, 10 bass loops, 20 drum loops, and 1 Ableton template. But you're also getting 6 Ableton templates with the actual pack, all for free, man. So congratulations with that. Thank you for joining the stream. Well deserved. Thank you for sharing. And I'll see you guys next Sunday. Guys, if you aren't in the Discord, your tracks won't get reviewed. So you have to come to the Discord. If you're on Facebook, listen to this. If you're on YouTube, listen to this. If you're not in the Discord, we don't see your track. So you have to come to the Discord and share it. It's the only way we can see it. We stopped doing the chat because it was very difficult to keep track. So, and Facebook's chat doesn't refresh for me or doesn't show me anything for some reason. So I apologize for that. But everyone who submitted a track, everyone who got there, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I have it on. I've been working with it a lot too and messing with it a lot too. It's a lot of stuff. So I hope you enjoy it, man. Thank you for submitting everything. I'll see you guys next week, same time. Be here or be square. I'm never saying that again, but be here next week, and I'll see you guys then. Follow us on Snapchat for the Snapchat exclusive pack still going on for 7 more days. Hopefully I can see a bunch of you guys to go there and grab a free copy of that. When streaming is every single Sunday, 1 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard. And it lasts about an hour. Unless I miss a stream, then I go about an hour and a half. But I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for joining, and have a good rest of your day. Go make some music. Go share it in the Discord. And we'll see you guys next week.